Hi, Sarah. Hi, Ange. Okay, let's get started. So today, take a quick drink. Today, the spotlight's on the greatest artist of the 2020s. Who is the greatest music artist today? So let's kick right into it. You may or may not know some of these artists because they are pretty new, but I'll try to give you a little bit of an insight on all of them. I always count down my number 20 towards picking my top choice. So I'm going to start off with number 20 right now. And this artist, Shaboozey. Try saying that 5 times real quick. Okay? Shaboozey is my number 20 greatest artist of today. What I like about Shaboozey is he has a very unique sound that combines hip hop, country, rock, and Americana. Try putting that all together. His biggest track is, I'm sure you guys might have heard of this. It's called the bar song, Tipsy. And this song spent 19 weeks at number 1 on the US charts on Billboard, which is a record, by the way. So the only reason I have him so low, because this guy's got a lot of potential. He's got a new song out too right now. It's called Good News. It's called Good News, and it sounds similar to a bar song, Tipsy, but it's not charting quite as good yet. But I have a feeling, it just came out, so I have a feeling this guy is going to do something. He's very unique. The song, a bar song, you can't get much stronger than 19 weeks at number 1 on Billboard. So yeah, the name Shaboozey, remember that name? You probably hear more of it soon. He comes in at number 20 on my pursuit to the number 1 not all time. I guess it can't be all time if it's in the 2020s, right? But all time from 2020 to now. Number 19, a gentleman by the name of Jack Harlow. Okay, he has 3 number 1 hit singles in the U.S. And the name of those songs are Industry Baby from 2021, First Class from 2022, and Lovin' on Me 2023. All 3 of those songs are great songs. Lovin' on Me in particular, it's got a really nice R&B sound. This guy's pretty young. I don't know his age off the top of my head, but I guess early to mid-20s. And he's starting out pretty good. He's got a bit of a hip-hop vibe and a bit of an R&B vibe. Depending on the song. And I might also want to mention in 2021, he was named top new artist at the annual Billboard Music Awards. And that is Jack Harlow. So my number 19 pick for the greatest artist of today is Jack Harlow. Let's see what's going on in the chat room here for a sec. Enza, oh, nice to see you. It's been so long. It's really nice to see you. I hope you enjoy the show. Where did we leave off here? Oh, yeah. So far, my greatest artists of today, number 20 is Shaboozey, number 19 is Jack Harlow, and number 18 is Benson Boone. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming, Enza. Benson Boone, in 2021, he appeared on season 19 of American Idol. Does that show even exist anymore? I didn't even realize that, but yeah. And although he was invited to Hollywood Week, if you're familiar with American Idol, if you're good enough, you get to be invited to Hollywood Week, and that's when the seriousness begins. And although he was invited, he decided to withdraw from the competition. I guess he felt that, I mean, you look at all the American Idols, it's like, it's a joke. None of them do anything except for Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Scotty McCreery, maybe. So he obviously did a good move, because look at him now. And I tell you, this guy is unique too. I mean, you have to check him out if you haven't heard him. Benson Boone, B-O-O-N-E, like Pat Boone. And his song Beautiful Things topped the charts in several countries. If you like something a little bit edgy, a bit of rock, but a bit of pop, I think you'll enjoy Benson Boone. Number 17 is an Australian singer and rapper don't get too many Australian rappers, but he's an Australian singer-rapper who was discovered in 2016 at 13 years of age. His name's The Kid Laroi. His 2020 single, Stay, featuring Justin Bieber, topped the charts in many countries, including Australia, Canada, and the US. Also, another one who's really got a lot of potential moving forward, and that is The Kid Laroi, Laroi, at number 17. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to do something a little different here. See if I can work this and get my sister to join. I'll see if it worked. I don't know. In the meantime, we'll continue on. So that was number 17. Today's spotlight is on the greatest artist. Who is the greatest artist of the 2020s? And we're going to find out, at least in my opinion. And just before I go on to number 16, I just want to let you know how I score today. There's 5 areas that I score on. So that's what determines how high you are. Now, 10 points total. I give 2 points for your vocals, 2 points for your style and image, 2 points for popularity, 2 points on impact on music.
A multi-guest if you want to bring her on.
Hold on here. Just got a note.
Bottom left. And then invite her.
Let's see. Just bear with me for a second here, guys. I'm just trying to
Just tell them what you're doing.
invite my sister if she wants to come on and hang out with me here a little bit. I promise you
I'll tell her to,
she's much
I'll tell her to
prettier to look at than me. Oh, you're not? Okay, she's not feeling too good, so that's okay. We'll carry on. Okay, maybe another time. Maybe when it's disco week or something. The greatest disco artist. I think she'd enjoy that. All right, so I left off with my scoring points. So I give 2 points for vocals, 2 points for style and image, 2 points for popularity, 2 points for impact on the music industry, and 2 points for the number of songs charted. So some of the artists like that I just said, Shabuzi, Jack Harlow, Benson Boone, and even Kid Laroi, really haven't charted that many songs. Kid Laroi's got a few, but because they're too new. So unfortunately, they're lower just because of that. But I think any one of those could be at the top of the charts in next year. Let's carry on to number 16. I think this is my only Canadian in the list here, actually. Her name's Tate McRae. You may or may not have heard of her. She's a Canadian singer and dancer who, at the age of 13, gained recognition as the first Canadian finalist on the reality TV series, So You Think You Can Dance. So not only can she sing the phone book, she's a great dancer too. So yeah, she was on So You Think You Can Dance, and she's got a few songs, a few pretty good songs. You know what? She reminds me a little bit of Britney Spears when she was younger, just a bit. If you haven't checked her out, but you like pop dance, Tate McRae is for you. And in 2024, earlier this year, she won 2 Junos for Artist of the Year and Single of the Year for the song Greedy. So yeah, if you want to show your Canadian pride, check out Tate McRae. She's number 16, best new artist of the 2020s. Taking me to number 15, which is my first country artist. Her name, another female. By the way, I've got, I think, something like 11 or 12 females on today's list, so that's pretty cool. Usually it seems to be dominated by guys, but tonight, you know, of course, the newest music, girls are hipper, you know, they're going to dominate, and they do. Just like in this case at number 15, country singer named Lainey Wilson, Lainey. Lainey Wilson. Her biggest hits include Things a Man Ought to Know from 2020, Heart Like a Truck 2022, and Watermelon Sunshine 2023. All amazing songs. If you like country and just really good vocal pipes and heartfelt music, you will love Lainey Wilson. In 2023, she also won the CMA Award for Entertainer of the Year. If I had to compare, like I was comparing Tate McRae to Britney Spears, I would probably compare Lainey Wilson to Miranda Lambert a bit. If you know Miranda Lambert, she's similar to her. Maybe not quite as raunchy, but and edgy, but ish. So number 15, greatest artist of 2020, I have to give the nod to Lainey Wilson, which takes me to number 14. I've never really been a big fan of this guy, but here's the thing. Number 14 is Post Malone, okay? Now, Post Malone's big, but the thing is, I like diverse musicians, but he's almost too diverse for me. Like, it's hard to figure out what he is. He started off with country, and then he went all hip hop, and other than one or two songs, I didn't really get it. And then he seems to be drifting back to country again now. And with the country, he's actually pretty good, although you can't see what he looks like because he's tattooed from head to toe, but does have a unique look and style. And he's well known, like I said, for mixing various genres like hip hop, R&B, pop, country, and even trap, so he's diverse that way. And, and like I said, he's pretty big. I'm just putting him at number 14 because when I do my scoring system, there's a couple areas where he's, lacking a bit, but he has sold over 80 million records, which makes him one of the greatest artists of all time. So for him to be only at number 14 is something. He also won 10 Billboard Music Awards. So Post Malone might be a little low on this list. Some of you might, feel that he should be higher, but I got him at number 14, Post Malone. Did I see Frankie Flips here? Hey, Frankie, thanks for coming again. Good to see you, buddy. Whoops. Yes, thanks for all the taps, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, Valerie, how are you? Cousin Val is here. You said you were coming, and you did. Excellent. I'm doing great, Vito. Thank you. How are you doing? I noticed that, I don't know if it was you, Vito, or who it might be, but last week somebody was trying to go on, and I'm kind of new to that picture-in-picture thing, and I noticed, and so sorry if it was you or whoever it was. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it. I'm still kind of, and sorry, it seems like you have a bit of a scratchy throat. Hope you feel better, Vito, if it's you that's sick. Anyway, let's carry on. Today I'm not counting down. Yeah, I guess I am counting down. The greatest artist of the 2020s. But the whole point of the live today is to crown. Every week I crown the greatest of something in music. And today it's the greatest artists of the 2020s. So modern artists. I left that off at number 14. So at number 13, we have Olivia Rodrigo. Again, just like Post Malone, Olivia Rodrigo is doing amazing. Problem is, I'm not a huge fan of hers, and I'm not basing it just on my tastes. I'm basing it on the scoring system, vocal, style, image, popularity, impact on music, and songs charted. And based on all that, I've got her at number 13. Here's a little rap sheet on her. She has 3 number 1 U.S. hit singles, including Driver's License and Good For You, which came out in 2021, both of them. And her latest song is Vampire, which came out last year in 2023. Olivia Rodrigo Time Magazine named her as Entertainer of the Year in 2021, and Billboard Magazine named her Woman of the Year in 2022. So she's got some pretty good accolades there, but I've got her in at number 13. I believe there's still 12 artists that are better than her, and I'm going to get to my number one very shortly. Any guesses who the greatest artist of today is in modern times? Not the greatest of all time, the greatest today. Feel free to punch them in. Hi, Princess Shauna. I got a princess here. Isn't that cool? You met a singer, Vito? Who'd you meet? Like met a singer and you're going out with her, or just met and talked? Curious to know who that is. I'll carry on and give you time to punch that in. So yeah, Olivia Rodrigo, I got her at number 13 as for the in pursuit of finding out who the greatest artist of the 2020s is. taking me to number 12. Has a very unique look. Kind of looks like a chubbier version of Post Malone, but this guy is so much more talented. Maybe not as big, but he's getting there. He's already gotten. Anyway, I won't touch that. Jelly Roll. Okay, Jelly Roll rose to prominence in 2022 with his singles "Son of a Sinner" and "Need a Favor." Okay, 2023 he won the CMA Award for Best New Artist. And if I had to compare him to somebody, and I'm doing that a lot today because I'm not sure if you guys know some of these artists, so I'm just trying to, I'm sure you know Jelly Roll, but in case you don't, he's very similar, Grey Pipes. He's very similar to Luke Combs and Chris Stapleton. And if you know either of them, you can see what I'm saying. But yeah, Jelly Roll's kind of got a little pop side to him too. So I'm very curious to see how his career continues because he's very hot right now. Hey, Booze Dad, how's it going? Melina Spadger, that's the singer you met? Like, are you guys dating or? I never heard of her though. Sarah, you think Taylor Swift's the greatest singer? The greatest artist of today? Okay, we'll keep that in mind as we carry on. So yeah, number 12 goes to Jelly Roll, which takes me to number 11. Okay, I never liked this girl. She's actually been out for over a decade. She's an English singer, and from the UK. And when she first came out, I didn't get her, but recently she's just been bang on. And her name is Charlie XCX. XCX or X. Yeah, she's. Oh, I see, Vito. Okay, cool. That's neat, man. I'll have to watch for that name. So Charlie XCX, she started her career in 2008, and although it took her 6 years to become prominent, she's currently having an amazing 2024 with songs like 360, Apple, and her first UK number one track, Guess. No, that's the name of it. You don't have to guess. And that song features Billie Eilish. So, so Charlie XCX, her latest stuff in particular is just amazing, very danceable. If you like to dance, Charlie XCX has a nice beat, most of her songs. So, English girl, check her out. So that's number 11, which brings me to number 10 in my top 10. This is where it gets hot, okay? I've seen Hot Streak there, so this is where it gets hot. And I gotta say, this number 10 artist, I may have put him a little high, but he's a new artist that is my personal favorite over anyone on this list. This one here is my personal favorite. You guys gotta listen to him if you haven't heard him. His name's Teddy Swims. Okay, swims like swimming in the water. Teddy Swims is hands down my personal favorite of the 2020s. He's an American soul singer who scored a number one hit in 2023 with a song named Lose Control. Two other noteworthy tracks of his include The Door and Bad Dreams, which was just released earlier this year. So, like I said, I can't stress it enough. If you like... are you talking up, Andrew? Are you talking about Teddy Swims? Or you said love him? Okay. Yeah, if you haven't listened to any Bad Dreams, okay, so yeah. Amazing, Ange. Just talk about a soulful voice. I mean, but the thing is, he's not just like Luke Combs or Jelly Roll or Chris Stapleton, where they're just kind of the country thing. He's more of a bluesy soul vibe with maybe a touch of Teddy Swims. So number 10, I don't regret it at all. Number 10, if you check him out, you'll see what I'm talking about. Number 10 is Teddy Swims for the greatest artist of the 2020s. So we got 9 more to go to crown who I feel is the number one artist of the 2020s. And we've had a couple guesses on who it might be. So, if you have a guess, if you're up to date with your music and you have a guess, feel free to type it in the chat there and I'll mention it. Number 9, kind of like Charlie XCX, this girl, I told you there's a lot of girls in tonight. This girl actually was almost just as big in the 2010s, but she just continues to push forward. So number 9 is Dua Lipa, okay? Dua Lipa is an American Albanian singer who has has racked up 4 number 1 hits in the US since her debut in 2017. Her accolades include 7 Brit Awards and 3 Grammy Awards. And to let you know, earlier this year, Time Magazine included her on their list of the 100 most influential people in the world. She's still in her 20s, and she's being named one of the 100 most influential people by Time Magazine. Yeah, she's number 9, okay? So for those who've just joined, I'm looking for the greatest artist of the 2020s. And I'm going to be announcing it in a few more minutes, but I wanted to say the follow-ups, some of the honorable mentions and whatnot in order. And at number 9, I just mentioned Dua Lipa, which is going to take me to number 8. And I was just saying about Dua Lipa, how she, started out in the 2010s and did quite well. Well, this one started out in the 2000s and is still doing well. She literally came out with, I think it was Just Dance in 2008. And she's been a pop icon ever since. And just when you think she's about to die out, she comes back up. So this is amazing to have her at number 8, and that's Lady Gaga. Okay, she began her career, like I said, in 2008 and has persevered since then as one of the world's greatest artists in both the 2010s and the 2020s. She has a total of 5 number 1 US hit singles. And check this out. She sold over 170 million records. Records, right? 170 million of them. That's like freaking crazy, especially for modern artists. So that's getting up there like, freaking icons like the Eagles or, Oh, one other thing. She also won 13 Grammy Awards. Look, if we were going all time on this list, Lady Gaga would probably be the top choice thus far, but we're going with the 2020s. So all of her other stuff from the 2008 up to 2020 doesn't really count on tonight. So Lady Gaga gets the number 8 spot. Okay, so number 7. Not a huge fan. There's a couple songs I like of hers, but no one can deny how popular and hot she's been in the 2020s. And that's Cardi B, okay? Cardi B is an American rapper who has earned 5 number 1 US hit singles since 2017. She won a Grammy for her debut album in 2019. And in 2020, Billboard magazine named her Woman of the Year. Believe that? Woman of the Year. And if that's not enough for you, Cardi B has won 6 Guinness World Records, or holds 6 Guinness World Records. So how you doing, Witchy Poo? We got a Halloween guest in Christmas time. By the way, guys, Merry Christmas. I know it's a little bit early to be saying that, but, I just noticed, yeah. She's got some good stuff, Jen. Who is that? Mountain Mama's back. Good to see you. Cool. It's good to see a good crowd in here tonight. Okay, so yeah, Cardi B comes in at number 7. Again, not a big fan, but she's got a lot of potential, and everybody else can't be wrong. Cardi B hits my number 7 spot. Okay, another country artist, number 6. This guy is definitely the greatest artist of the greatest country artist of the 2020s. And I think he's my highest charting country artist on this list of just the greatest overall artist. Number 6 spot goes to Morgan Wallen. Okay. Morgan Wallen is an American country singer who competed on the 6th season of The Voice in 2014. He racked up 7 #1 U.S. singles and has hands down been the most successful country singer of the 2020s. Last month at the annual CMA Awards, he won the award for Entertainer of the Year. So that was a month ago. So Morgan Wallen is, I've got to say, unquestionably the biggest country artist of the 2020s. If you haven't heard his music, you've been missing out. He's pretty good. I don't even know who to compare him to exactly. So you're just going to have to check him out. Morgan Wallen. Okay, let's get to the top 5. I'm like 5 away from crowning the champion. The greatest artist of the 2020s. Like 5 away. So let's go with number 5, and that's Billie Eilish. I never know whether to say Billie Eilish or Billie Eilish or Billie Eyelash. I don't know. But yeah, she's an American singer who gained recognition in 2019 with her #1 U.S. single, Bad Guy. So far in the 2020s, she has released 5 top 10 U.S. singles, and pretty impressive. When you factor in that she's also had a few in the 2010s, but and still, what is she, like, not even 25 yet? Was she 22, I think? I don't know. Can't remember her age. Don't quote me on that, but she's young. And she's just kicking ass in the music industry. And the only reason I have her only at number 5 is you'll see when I mention the next 4. Some of Billie Eilish's top accolades include 9 Grammy Awards, 2 AMAs, American Music Awards, 3 Brit Awards, and 20 Guinness World Records. Okay, so yeah, I maybe could have bumped her a wee bit higher, but based on the score, the scoring system, again, vocals, style and image, popularity, impact on music, and songs charted. Based on all that, she comes in at number 5, which takes me to number 4. I would imagine most of you have heard of this girl, but she is really new on the scene, and she's coming in on fire. She's coming in hot. Her name's Sabrina Carpenter. She's an American pop singer who has released 4 top 10 U.S. singles just this year alone. These songs include Taste, Espresso, Please, 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 and Bad Chem, her latest. Every one of those songs is pretty good. But I particularly like Taste and Espresso. The girls in the room here, you probably, if you haven't heard Taste yet, I think you'd like the lyrics. It's really cool. My favorite is Espresso, personally, but Taste is pretty cool, too, if you just like a good song with good lyrics, or funny lyrics, anyway. And speaking of Espresso, the song Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, it won the 2024 MTV Video Music Award for Song of the Year. So that says something for that song. So number 4, Sabrina Carpenter, which brings me to our top 3. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Hi, how's it going, Liz? Nice to see you guys. Cool. Okay, let's continue. Number 3, another one of those artists, another female, and one who, kind of like Lady Gaga, goes way back to the 2000s. She had a solid 2000s. She had an amazing 2010s, and she's continuing to have amazing 2020s. So amazing, in fact, that I have to put her in the number 3 spot, and that's Miley Cyrus. Okay, so Miley Cyrus takes number 3. I'm sure I don't have to explain to you who she is, but she's regarded as a pop icon. And this American singer, I'm sure most of you know this as well, but is the daughter of country singer Billy Ray Cyrus. You love Miley, eh, Mary? I do too. You know, that song, Party in the USA, every time I hear it, even though it's so old, it just gets me wanting to party. It's such a great song. But she has many more, like her, Flowers and, well, anyway, I agree with you on that one. Her biggest hits include Party in the USA, 2009. She can sing anything, you're right. Wrecking Ball, 2013, and like I said, Flowers, which just came out last year in 2023. And that song was number one in almost 60 countries. 60, not 16, 60, you know, Flowers. So that's a relatively new song. For those of you who haven't heard it, check it out. It's a great dance vibe. It's just great. The video's cool too. Miley looks great in that video. She's also won 2 Grammy Awards in her career and has 8 Guinness World Records. So Miley Cyrus, hands down, number 3 not all time, greatest artist of the 2020s. Okay. Number 2, Dolly Parton is her godmother. Are you really? I didn't even know that. Jen, Dolly Parton is Miley Cyrus's godmother? Huh. If that's what I know. How's it going, Amanda? Yeah. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Thanks for the info, Jen. We should be a co-host one day with me. Okay, you guys may disagree with this one, but you got to think about it for a sec, okay? And she's been on a little bit of a, I wouldn't say downslide, but the last few months, but just think of her 2020s. My number 2 pick for the greatest artist of the 2020s is Doja Cat, okay? Doja Cat is an American singer who scored 2 number 1 US singles with the song Say So in 2020 and Paint the Town Red in 2023, which was kind of controversial. And just so you guys know, that song Paint the Town Red it samples a song called Walk On By Dionne Warwick. So if you ever want to check it out, just go to YouTube and type in yes, Vito, your comments are going through. I just saw that. Yep, you're good. So yeah, Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. The samples in it are from Dionne Warwick's Walk On By. So if you ever want to check it out, you can hear the original samples from the original artist. Some of Doja Cat's accolades include 5 Billboard Music Awards, 5 AMAs, and a Grammy Award. Might also say that in 2023, Time magazine included her on its list of the 100 most influential people in the world. So, yeah, Time acknowledges her as something big. So my number 2 artist of the 2020s goes to Doja Cat. So does anybody have a drum roll I can get here just for the number 1 who I feel is the greatest artist of the 2020s? I'll give myself one. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but take a drink of water, wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. I don't even think anyone will argue with this one. The number 1 artist today, unquestionably, Taylor Swift. You know, Tay-Tay, you know. Her recent Eras tour made her the highest grossing touring act and the first billionaire with music as a primary income. Okay? There's nobody in her league at this point. I do take a little offense when people call her the greatest of all time. But you know why I take offense to that? Because you got it right, Sarah. Because she, as talented as she is, if she came in her prime in the 1970s, say, she wouldn't even be a Joni Mitchell, you know? So, because she's about as good as Joni Mitchell, maybe. So, what I'm trying to say is, music ever since, you know, Napster and all that, and record companies haven't been signing, has changed over the past 20 so years. And there's been a lot of fluff artists out there, to say the least. To me, hip hop has been dead for years, and yet they still come out with the same stuff they were coming out with 50 Cent and DMX, and it's just the same sound. So don't get me wrong, the odd time there's a good hip hop song, but hip hop to me is dead. You know, you can't just keep running with the same genre. You got to change it up a bit. And I'm a big hip hop fan, especially old school hip hop. But you know, I'm getting off topic here. But Taylor Swift is no doubt the most, not only the greatest, but probably the most talented artist today. And as I was saying, she became the first billionaire with music being her primary income. Obviously, there's other billionaires from other ways like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Rihanna, but not just from music. They had to get out and do their perfumes or whatever they do. And she's the world's richest female musician. Her accolades include 14 Grammy Awards, 40 American Music Awards, 40 Billboard Music Awards, 30 MTV Video Music Awards, and since her debut in 2006, because that's how long she's been around, 18 years, she has scored 11 number one US singles. So, does everybody agree that Taylor Swift, whether you like her or not, maybe she's getting a little tiring with Taylor here, Taylor there, Swiftie here, Swiftie there, but can you not deny that she's the greatest artist today? Anybody? Yep. Frankie, you agree? So, yeah. So there you have it. My number one artist of all of the 2020s is Taylor Swift, and I hope you enjoyed my countdown from the top 20. But before I let you guys go, a couple things I want to say. First of all, I want to let you know that my next week's live, same time, same place on TikTok at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 17th. This one's going to be really cool. Greatest band of all time. Okay, I'm going to crown the greatest band, period. It doesn't have to be a rock band. It can be like a Maroon 5 or anything like that. But the greatest band of all time. So I'm going to count down the 20 in pursuit of the number one band of all time, at least in my opinion. Keep in mind, it is my opinion, but I try to make it, you know, I don't just go with, you know, I had Olivia Rodrigo in here. I don't really like her. Post Malone, I'm not a big fan. So I don't just go by just what Cardi B. I don't just go by what I like. I go by, you know, because if that's the case, I put Teddy Swims number one. So yeah, next week, Tuesday, December 17th at 8 p.m. right here on TikTok, I'm going to be doing the greatest band of all time. It's going to be cool. And for those of you who are unaware, you can check out the repeats of this or any of my other lives on my website, djraysmusic.com, or actually, no, I don't think I have my posts on the website yet, but I'm on every social media platform you can think of, even Blue Sky. So if you go there and type in DJ Ray's Music, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to X, go to Instagram, go to wherever you want to go, and type in DJ Ray's Music, you'll be able to check out all my past lives if you're interested in any of them. I've done the greatest guitarist of all time. I've done the greatest duos of all time, greatest diva of all time. So yeah, feel free to check them out. And that's about it. So just want to see if anybody, did you guys agree with Taylor Swift? There's any like bitter, you know, coming, you know, I'm here just east of Toronto, and I know the last, she just ended her tour in Vancouver. And I know she was in Toronto here for like 6 nights, 6 shows, I believe. It was just crazy. So I'm sure, you know, some of you might be, you don't listen to her, Vito? How could you not? She's like everywhere. No doubt about it, eh, George? Yeah. Again, not my personal first choice, but come on. Nobody can touch her. So anyway, that's it. Once again, I hope to see you next Tuesday, December 17th, 8 p.m. right here on TikTok for the greatest band of all time. Thanks so much for the support, and thank you for joining me, and the repeat. Thanks so much for your support and loyalty. I really do appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk soon. See you next Tuesday.